First, we start off with a title. Next, we punch in the start milestone, followed by your activities. Next, we finish with a finish milestone. To make the title into a title, select all activities below that value, which means from number 2 till number 6. Then select the indent arrow and click it once. When you do so, you will notice the bar now has become a summary bar. To change the start and the finish into a milestone, click and change the duration value to a 0, like so. When you do that, you'll notice that the milestone is now indicated by a black diamond. Now let's just put in some values for activity 1, 2 and 3. Let's say 2 days for 1, 3 days for 2 and another 3 days for 3. We will now try to link up each activities together to show the flow of the work. For example, from start it will go to activity 1, from activity 1 it will go to activity 2, and from activity 2 it will go to the finish milestone. Next, to do another activity front, from start we link in to activity 3, and from activity 3 we link it to finish. That is how the link has been done. Now we will change it into a critical path diagram by clicking the Gantt chart wizard. When you click that, you follow out the next step. Next, you select critical path, you say next. For the time being, we will stop at this stage and we'll click finish, format it and exit wizard. You will notice now that the bar has already changed from all blue to a red and blue. The red element here is the critical path. Once you have done that, you can proceed on with input of resources for your program. To do that, for example, we want to put in some names of the people who will be doing activity 1. First, bring your mouse to the number and double click it. Once the task information box has been opened, click resources. Add resources, click in a name. Let's say now as Said. And for the units, I'll say 1 of B. I'll click OK, and if you notice, my name has already popped up as a resource. I'll do the same for activity 2, where now I will still be doing it, and as such I don't have to retype my name. All I need to do is go to the arrow, click the arrow down, select my name and put in 1 and click OK. Now here I could have another resource, but it will be done by a fellow colleague. Let's say James, and of course we'll put in James for 1 unit for the whole day and click OK. Now that's how we punch in our resources. Once your program has been done, in order to track your progress of work, we will now try to input 3 columns. The first column is percentage complete, the second column will be number 1, and the third column will be number 2. Click column duration, click your right mouse button and insert a column. In the column definition box, scroll upwards and look for percentage complete. Click OK. Now beside the percentage complete column, on the column duration, click your right mouse button again, insert column and column number 1. The shortcut to go exactly to the number 1 is to type in the keyboard and the alphabet N. Click again column duration and insert column for column number 2. Column number 1 itself will be used later as the exact targeted work value. To track your value, to track your percentage of work that you need to do, you go to Tools, Tracking, and you update your projects. Let's say we shall update our project till the 5th of September, which is this Friday, and say OK. The program will calculate for us that each activities must be done to what percentile, and the total progress we achieve has to be 75. This will be our targeted value. Select the entire column, click your right mouse button and copy cell. Paste that value into the column number 1. What we have done is now our targeted value has been copied from this cell and pasted into the column number 1. Column number 1 is a dummy column. It will just take and represent each number only by numerical value. It does not have a summary calculation factor. Now, when you actually have all your values, what you need to do now is to update your values as it happens on the site. Like for example, if activity 1 is only actually 50% complete, activity 2 hasn't been done, and activity 3 is only 50% complete. That means our actual progress now is 31% compared with our targeted value of 75%. Now, column number 2 will be used to calculate the difference between column number 1 and percentage complete column. To do this, you have to click the column number 2, click your right mouse button and customize field. From here, you will notice you have this box here called formula. Click the box and number 2 is equal. The formula that we will try to use here will be percentage complete minus number 1. As of such, we click field, number and select percentage complete. Select the negative sign here, click field, number, custom number and number 1. Click OK. No problem to this little notice, just click OK and select use formula to ensure that the summary bar here will also follow the formula, and click OK. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you differentiate the difference between your actual value, your targeted value, and the difference in percentage delay. Thank you.